Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Planet Coaster. This is a new series I want to do covering this excellent new theme park management simulator. This is a game sort of in the same vein as City Skylines, where the original developer is no longer with the company that holds the IP anymore, sort of like with SimCity. And in this case, it is the developers from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 have come out and made a spiritual successor to that game, and it is Planet Coaster. So I've played probably about 12 hours of this game, and I've had a lot of fun with it so far, and so I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and jump in and make a park together. So we're going to do the challenge mode here. They have a couple modes. This is kind of weird. So they've got career mode, which is sort of like a single-player campaign thing, but it pretty heavily limits your options, and it seems to throw you into pre-made parks, which is not really my kind of thing. I like to go from the ground up. Then you got sandbox mode, which I thought would be what I wanted, but this is unlimited funds, and everything's unlocked, which I don't like that either. I want to, like, build up and have to, like, manage my money and all that. So, challenge mode is what I'm actually looking for, and this is what I think most people are going to be wanting to play. In challenge mode, you have limited starting money, there's difficulty options, you research new upgrades as you continue to develop your park, and personally I think this is the most fun version of the game, the superior one, so we're going to play that. I want to go ahead and check out the new winter update that they just released. It's got a ton of holiday-themed attractions and stuff, so I think it'd be pretty cool and appropriate considering the weather outside. So let's go ahead and make an Arctic-themed map here. We're going to give it a really unoriginal name. We'll call it Winter Wonderland. And since I'm still only about 12 hours into the game, and this is our first map together, we'll go ahead and do this on easy and see how this goes. Yeah, so this game is a lot of fun. The tutorial is not amazing, I'll be honest. It's just a series of 3 relatively short YouTube videos. However, this is a game that actually does quite well in terms of explaining itself just sort of through playing the game and using the UI. So we're going to just continue with my sort of piecemeal knowledge, and feel free to leave comments and stuff if you guys have any ideas for how we can improve the park and stuff like that. Or things I may not know, tricks to the game that can help us be more efficient. So to start out here, we're going to go ahead and build our path just leading into the park. And I'd like to do a nice style that fits with this kind of winter theme. I think, I kind of like this brick. Kind of reminds me of the East Coast a little bit. The cobblestone is nice, but I feel like kind of looks weird with all the ice and snow. It would just get like real slick, I feel like. Although kind of all of these would. Sandstone? No, I think I really do. I like this brick. So let's go with this brick here, and we'll probably go back and change this into brick as well. But first, let's just use what little starting money we have to jump in here. We do not need this for now. I do like to have hints on just because they give you reminders on how to use some of the like rotation options and stuff that I may not have memorized yet, but we're just going to build a big ol' path out here so that we have some room for our first rides and attractions. And generally, too, I like to sort of branch out left and right, because otherwise we end up having a weird long snail of a park that I feel like people don't really hit all the attractions because it's just too long of a walk. So I think it'd be fun to just kind of branch out to the sides kind of here and over here as well. So we can see here's the borders of our park. So we're kind of building weird 45-degree angle to our actual borders, but that's okay because this game does a pretty good job of letting you do a lot of freeform stuff. Like you guys will see later on, it's going to be a blast when we start getting to terrain deformation and stuff. And actually, I was saying when we get to, but I think I want to try and flatten this out so my path can go through here more easily. So let's jump into the terrain controls, and I'm not super familiar with this. Usually I say flatten to foundation. But yeah, see, the foundation seems to be higher than what I was hoping for. So we're going to just push this down. Ooh, geez, I need to turn down the intensity. I was doing some hardcore terrain deformation last night in another park I was working on, and the settings are a bit extreme right now. So let's just kind of gently go like this, and then we'll use the smoothing tool, and we'll also, let's kind of get all of this looking a little better here. Sorry guys, I'm doing my best here. These tools are cool and really nice for like large scale projects, but can be kind of difficult when you're trying to do more gradual stuff. So let's see, have I smoothed this out enough now? It's pretty cool though, isn't it? Like, look at that, we kind of cut a hole through this. Can we now continue our path a little bit more? Sort of. It kind of slopes down a bit, but you know what? That's okay. At least it's straight, because we can always... One of the nice things is that it seems to allow you to continue to... Oh, wow, that's not straight at all. I'm so wrong. Let's try that one more time. The benefit is that you can move a lot of the terrain after you've placed the path, so it's not too bad. Okay, can we... Okay, there we go. That was... Alright, so we're not even going to build over there right now, so I don't know why I'm so concerned about it. We probably just blew a bunch of money we can't really afford to, but whatever. So let's go ahead and build our first couple rides. I like to start out with a couple of similar rides just at the beginning because they're relatively cheap and they have the excitement, fear, and nausea ratings that are ideal. So you kind of want to have all of these right around 5 is my understanding. And Kickflip is always the first ride I place because I love this this type of ride. This is a this is a ride that I used to go on at carnivals that would just come through town in the Midwest when I was younger. And it was one that always scared me because if you've ever seen one of these things in motion, we'll go ahead and put this into test mode so you guys can see how these rotate. They are terrifying to ride in, especially when you're younger. They're just like vomit-inducing, but I love this kind of stuff. So, how it works is, yeah, this thing rotates on a big axis, then all of these are on a belt rotating, and then each of these is individually spinning as well. They're actually a ton of fun to go in, but I'll never forget the time I went in with one of my good friends from high school who had just eaten a corn dog and a milkshake, and let's just say it's a good thing that these always have grates in the front rather than a solid like window panel, because we got to see his dinner all over again. All right, so this drives me crazy, but this is slightly off center, so we're gonna rotate this just a tiny bit. I turned on this angle snap, which is really nice. It kind of prevents you from rotating any finer than 15-degree increments, so you don't have to do what I'm doing now. But there we go. I like my stuff to be perfectly parallel to all this stuff, or perpendicular depending on the angle here. So we're gonna go like this. This is how I like to build my stuff. Just a little bit of a gap between the paths. That way we have room for our entrance cues and our exits. So I think here we want to start out by kind of leading people down this main path. So we'll put the entrance on this side, and we'll put, well, you know what? I think it might be smarter, because if this is our attraction, let's move this. Let's put our entrance over here. That way, because I think this ride will attract people, that way our exit can be over on this side, and it will dump people out here, and we're going to have some attractions, I think, over here in between two rides, one here and one here. That way, it'll kind of filter people who have already been drawn to this past some places they can spend some money at the park. So let's go ahead and connect this entrance here, and so we're going to loop this along here so that people get mad in this game for 2 reasons when you're building entrances. One is because the line is too long, and one is because the line is too short, so like nobody can queue up for it. So I like to find a happy medium. I usually run an entrance queue about the length of the ride itself, and yeah, that seems to work out pretty well. So now we've got this guy. I think the price, $9, is actually a little high. We're going to bring it down to $8.50 because I like to, for some reason, they open the park as free, and I'm not okay with that. I like to open it at $8 per guest and $2 per family if they're coming in as a group. I think that's reasonable. I prefer 10 and 3, but people tend to complain then. So now we should be good, though. We've brought the price down a bit to say sorry because it's got, you know, an entry fee and a cost at the ride, but what are you going to do? That is pretty lame, though. I mean, I can't think of many theme parks. Like, when I go to Six Flags, they don't charge me to ride each roller coaster individually. That'd be, not the greatest. So, it looks like no one is coming to our park right now, which is, less than ideal, but, what are you gonna do? We'll just go ahead and keep plugging away here and hope that as we build some more attractions, people will be more interested. The Magic Twirl is nice for families. Sometimes you do want lower. I shoot for around 2 of everything, because families will not go on the high thrill rides. There's kind of thrill rides, family rides, and one other kind that I can't remember, I think. Generally, I like to go for more thrill rides, but when you're first starting out, it's good to have at least one family attraction to kind of bring people in. And the Magic Twirl is a nice one. I think it's fun. It's got this weird, like, kind of Ursula sea witch kind of thing going on. Although, it's a bit large and kind of garish. Maybe well, this is better. So here we go. Right around 2 for everything. It's cheap. The Aeronauts, and I feel like it's going to fit a winter theme a bit better than the magical sea witch. There we go, so we'll just plop this here. You know, originally I tried to go for a lot more symmetry in these parks, but I found that especially with rides, the sizing can be a little bit difficult, so we're going to just leave this a little asymmetrical with the park's design. But that's okay, because it'll all come together, you'll see. It's pretty cool how this game lets you build everything up bit by bit. So let's go ahead and place an entrance. Here, I don't know that this is going to be as big of an attraction for people, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the queue here on this side, and we're going to wrap the entrance around, and then people will exit over here this time. This is mainly just because I think if people get on here, then maybe we can get them to then get directly onto this ride. I don't know exactly how the guest interest algorithm works, but fortunately the path algorithm for this game works wonderfully, so we don't have to worry as much. Oh, that's kind of ugly though. Can we... I'd like it to not be doubling back on itself like that, but I think it has to. What are you gonna do? We'll just go with a kind of wavy look. Ta-da! That's so ugly. I'm not okay with that. Okay, let's get rid of this. And we're gonna move this slightly. Fortunately, they have done a really good job of giving you options for kind of setting up or moving stuff around after the fact. Like you can see the path just followed my exit. I don't have to replace the entrance. Although we are going to, because you know what? We're gonna go for a little bit more of a fun entrance, and then we'll decorate around it because I want this ride to actually make a little bit of money, even though it's a kids and family ride. So you can see some people are starting to make their way into the park. They're going to hate it in the beginning. Oops. They're going to hate it in the beginning because we don't have really anything. No, dang it. We don't really have anything for like food or things for people to, first aid or anything like that. But whatever, we'll be fine. So I kind of hate how this is coming out. I really wanted to make like a nice little zigzaggy queue, but I don't think we have quite enough space. So instead, we'll just do a straight line because I'm lazy. That'll have to do. For now, whatever. It is what it is. We're going to put some cool stuff here, so whatever. All right, so speaking of cool stuff, it is time to start building some attractions and shops and facilities and stuff because I need to have some places that people can eat and drink and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and throw down some winter-themed stuff. So all of this is festive is the keyword we want to search here. So if we say festive and do all, we can see every single festive option that we'll want here. So we need to build an entrance, not yet though. First up, let's get some food stalls going, at least one. Sometimes they have these doubles, which are really nice, and then some bathrooms. In fact, can we cheat? Can we afford this? Yes. Sometimes these themed shops, you'll get like 4 different... Or maybe not. 4 different things. Maybe not. For some reason, this looks like it's only got one. It's just first aid. That's weird. Because some of these, well, whatever. Okay, we'll go ahead and, like, pirates and stuff, they have, like, buildings that are, like, 5 different shops all combined into one. But for now, we're going to make use of this space that we've created here. And we'll go ahead and put in a little burger joint for people to stop off at. Right, like, we want to have a little bit of space for them to line up. So we'll do right like that. Does that look good? Is that... Nope. That is terrible. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be a little bit of a stickler with this stuff because it drives me crazy. Get this auto-pathing out of here. We need to get this lined up. There we go. And we'll do right like that. Does that look fine? Yes, that's okay. So, now we've got this guy, and can we also fit in a drinks shop here too? How big is the drink stall? Too big? Oh yeah, way too big. So we'll put the drink stall over on this side. Maybe we can fit one of the other... Oh, we'll put, like, ATMs there. Because it's good to have ATMs in the park, because, like, your guests can run out of money to spend, and then they'll just leave. And which is something you can see when you hover over them. But it's good to just kind of make some ATMs anyways, because that way you don't have to wait for it to be like, hey, you're screwing yourself out of money. Go ahead and make some of these. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. How big? Oh my God, the Festive ATM's huge. Good God. I mean, I like these things a lot. I really like the theming, but Jesus. Maybe we'll hold off on that for now, and we'll build the quote-unquote festive themed shops, which is actually first aid, which we need to get one of anyways. Do this right here. And what else can we slide in here? ATM, toilet. Need a toilet. We'll put this over on this side. Right, like that. Yes, okay. And then maybe I guess I would like a gift shop, but it looks like there may not be a festive gift shop. They may have overlooked that. Because this festive themed shops, this is a restroom block. Oh wait, sorry, this one. Is this actually? Yeah, first aid, exactly. So if I build another one, will it not be first aid? How exactly does this work? Because usually they have gift shops as well. Maybe festive was a bad call. Well, we're like broke anyway, so we're gonna have to wait for a little bit here and hope that we can make a bit more money. What are people thinking about the park as they're leaving right now? We can click on people and see. So, Kickflip 1, still too much with the park entry fee. Let's bring this down to $8. Oop, $8. Also, is anybody complaining about amenities? Because that is a pretty big one. Can't wait to get started. I need to get these people who are leaving. Did this person just, like, come back and pay at the entrance fee again? I mean, I'm cool with it, but, you know, if you're already in here, you don't really have to pay me again. Alright, so we're starting to get some profits going, thank God, now that we've got the timer turned up. People are starting to actually filter into the park. Oh, you know what is a big reason we're not making money fast enough? We never turned on our family-friendly ride. Ah, geez. What a waste. Well, it's probably helped at least that we've had. So we've got an ice cream shop. Does this count as food? And then we've got a slushy shop, which I guess counts as drinks, first aid. We should make like a burger joint. Some of the stuff is kind of universal, but we'll see how we do with the theming. We'll try and stick with festive as long as we can. Maybe we'll do sections of the park, and well, if we can like change the ground type. I think you can, so we'll see. For now, though, we need another festive food stall that actually sells food. We'll try this one, 1,300, once we get a little bit more money going. And then after we build that, we need to get some janitors and stuff going, because the park is disgusting and people are going to leave. But first, we need to have proper food. Okay. Is this a one entrance or a two entrance? Some of these, the back also is an entrance, and it's a whole nother shop, which is nice. It looks like Festive actually is pretty minimalist, which is fine. This is our first park. Some of the other ones, though, have a lot of really cool, like, multi-shop options. We're going to go like this, try and line this up. Boom. That looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright. So, now we need to hire some staff. We need a janitor. Boop. And we also need a mechanic for when our rides break down, they will fix it for us. It seems like you don't need a whole lot of staff in these until your park really gets large. Like, I'm talking like huge, because as you can see, you have a lot of space to build in, which is really nice. I think it's pretty much like this here, where the trees are cleared. Yeah, the mechanics in particular get really annoyed if they don't have, if their workload gets too small. So like right now, my mechanic is going to be kind of miserable till we get some more rides going, which we cannot until we need rides start at about 1,000 to 2,000 a piece for the worst ones. So we're going to save up a little bit here. One really cheap thing we can do to kind of increase happiness in the park is to go to, we can try that. I haven't tried this yet, actually. I haven't built any entertainers. Should we? Well, we'll check this out in a little bit here. I don't see any. Oh, here we go. Festive King Coaster. Exactly. We'll use him. But first, I would like to do some scenery stuff. So they have a lot of really cool features here. You can change the theme, so we could say festive themed scenery. I'm not looking for bits and bobs though right now. I'm looking for trees and stuff. So we're going to say we want Arctic themed stuff. And we will also say we want deciduous, I guess. Is that right? No, that's very wrong. I'm sorry. Alpine. Duh. I was kind of looking for something more like coniferous, I guess. I don't know. Deciduous is weird when you... I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. So now these are the trees and rocks that we can use. This is a little bit less than what I have seen for some other ones, but that's okay because, you know, trees and stuff are going to be a little more sparse when you're in nature. So we'll go ahead and put a tree here. Let's use some snowy trees just in this area to start out. It's nice to rotate them a bit because it makes them look a lot less, like it's a lot harder to identify that they're identical trees. Put a couple here. We'll put one down here just for style. And we'll just put a couple out along these. They're 14 bucks a piece, so why not? It just gives a little bit more theming. And then we'll mix it up. We'll put in some of these black spur trees or whatever as well. Oop, and I'm not following my own rule. Let's make sure we're rotating these guys just for a little bit more variety. Okay, let's do one more of those. Region, Alpine Arctic. It kind of sucks they don't remember the filters when you click out of this menu, but fortunately everything is organized in such a way that it's relatively little amount of work to get it back up. Let's put a spruce tree or two in here as well. Do we want to? This is kind of large for this area. Let's sneak one back here. Like there. Alright, so then we got those guys, and then we'll mix it up with some just regular old like fir trees that are not snow covered as well for a little bit of variety. And again, breaking my own rules. Let's make sure we're rotating. One here, and I think one more of those. Let me know if you guys want me to do a little bit more editing on this. I can also do some time-lapsing and stuff, but I figure I want to do like a series with you guys, so I think it'd be a little bit more fun to have, I don't know, like everything shown so we can have it go on a little longer, because this is a game that, like, it's got a good amount to do, but you definitely do hit a point, probably about 4 hours in, it seems like, where everything is going so smoothly you don't really need to worry anymore. Then again, I have only played on easy so far, so it'll probably change things up a bit as we go on. Let's go ahead and throw some icy rocks down too. Those add a little bit of, you know, ambiance to and realism feeling to the area. And I just kind of throw them in randomly. Just kind of rotate them a bit. They're nice because they also make customers more willing to wait in queues and stuff. Because, again, I don't know, it gives them something to look at, I guess. And we'll move a lot of this stuff once we need more space for expansion for more rides and all that. But for now, I just want to kind of give this area a bit more of a alpine feeling, and I think we did a good job. I mean, yeah. We'll be moving stuff around a lot more as things continue on, but for now, I'm liking how everything's coming along. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more smoothing here really quick, and then I think we're going to call it for this episode. I think we've made some good progress for our first little time together, and don't worry, I'll be back very soon with the next episode, and we can continue building our sweet winter wonderland. Yeah, this smoothing, it's effective, but I need to, yeah. We'll figure out. We'll do some more research and playing around with terrain tools and get this sorted. For now, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed the first episode. Please let me know in the comments if this is a series you're interested in seeing more of. I had a lot of fun, actually, putting together this first episode, and I hope you guys did, too. So please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode and want to see more. I definitely will be putting out a lot more in days to come. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.